Red Sox, Yankees.
Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier.
Oh, that's good. Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus.
I remember that one. I'm going to cut to the chase. The University of Kentucky versus the University of Louisville. More than 100 years ago that they met for the first time on the basketball court. And now a new book on the rivalry called Fighting Words, Kentucky versus Louisville, written by Joe Cox and Ryan Clark, the foreword by Joe B. Hall and Denny Crum.
And this is how that book starts. March 31st, 2012, Peyton Siva with a three-pointer, tying up the Dream Game 32 in the 2012 Final Four. Boom! Oh, man, we're back! Oh, boy!
CBS Sports, we're crediting with this video here. Oh, my. But we know how in the end it all
That's right.
turned out.
UK came back. It was an unbelievably great UK basketball team. Came back, went on to win the national championship. Louisville wins it the next year. We are in basketball heaven around here.
Absolutely. And out of the authors of the book, hello to Joe Clark, Joe Cox, Ryan Clark, I combined your names. Die-hard fans, thank you guys. So you started this book with that scene setter right there with Peyton Siva. Why was that the starting point?
It doesn't get any bigger than that. The Final Four, two teams from the same state. I mean, this is the first time that it happened in about a half century, I believe. And just that was the ultimate proving ground. But it's two teams that every year bring something great to the table. There are so many stories. There's so many personalities. You could have started anywhere, but that was a great
that was the place.
And Ryan, way back in the 70s, there was that chance that Louisville and Kentucky were going to play for the national championship, and they should have. But UNL botched it in the Saturday game of the Final Four.
In '75, I think you're talking about, when that's when we had the dream where they could have matched up
for the
in the national championship.
And it was like, wow. But that deal a couple of years ago was pretty awesome. But the rivalry is always, it doesn't matter if teams are up or down, it's still hot.
It really doesn't. That's the other great thing about that Peyton Siva shot and why that's kind of a microcosm of that whole rivalry, because I think we know when we look back that 2012 team was superior. We know that. It took another year for Louisville to kind of come back and win their title, but it doesn't matter in these games. You know, we have a couple of chapters where we talk to UK and UL players, and they say, talent-wise, it doesn't matter. Record-wise, it doesn't matter. It's always going to be a battle no matter what.
And we have some hot finishes, because I think we have some video of Edgar Sosa. Everybody remembers that shot. You know, we're not just pulling Louisville shots. We want to let people know. I mean, because I don't know where the balance is on this. Oh, there it is. On how many Kentucky has won and how many is Louisville. Where do we stand on that? And you said, does it matter?
Kentucky is about 2-1.
2-1.
But some of those games, you know, the series does go back over 100 years, and they used to play in the teens and the 20s,
right?
Or you'd have games that were 24-6. So I'm not sure how much that tells us. But in any given year, I mean, twice you've had a Kentucky or Louisville national title team that lost the Dream Game.
Well, and I love this because you went to school at U of L, but you were a UK fan, and you said slowly but surely. Tell me the scenario that you said as we were talking. You went from what to?
I kind of went from diehard UK guy who couldn't stand U of L to I came here for law school, and I fell in love with the city, and I fell in love with the university, and we talked about the book, and I was diehard UK guy who kind of grudgingly liked U of L. And then I sat down and talked to Coach Crum, and then I talked to Edgar Sosa, who made an international call to tell me about hitting that shot. And I talked to Billy Thompson, and there were so many great guys.
Where do you stand now?
I love them all. What pick?
I feel like we have high-quality programs. What did you think of Coach Pitino defending Coach Cal the other day?
You know, it's always interesting when the coaches kind of talk about each other, because I think we always have to keep in mind that that's a pretty interesting relationship.
Exactly.
But at the core of that, and Dick Vitale actually told us this when we were writing the book, at the core of that, that's two extremely competitive guys who I think respect the other program.
Absolutely. And bottom line, defended him. And I think, as Terry said the other day, you know, bottom line, they're in that brotherhood together as coaches,
That's
and
true.
they do have each other's backs at that deepest level.
And then they just want to beat each other's brains.
Absolutely. That's the dynamic.
Like you do with your brother in the
Gentlemen,
driveway.
thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. And want to let you know, if you would like to meet Joe and Ryan, you can this Saturday, March 8th, Carmichael's at 2720 Frankfurt Avenue.
That starts at 5:30 Saturday evening, and for U of L and UK fans, stick with us. We're going to tell you how you can get a free Cars or Cats t-shirt. That's coming up in a few minutes.
The WHS 11